So let's pretend this isn't 2002. What is Murray listening to? Sonic Racing Crossworlds? There's a good chance I might be busy with that by the time this Let's Play comes out. Anyway, greetings everyone, it is me, Gigalem, and welcome back to Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. In the last part, we cleared the Tide of Terror, which I did some looking up, and might be in the Welsh Triangle. Now, while the Welsh Triangle isn't mentioned by name in this game, to my knowledge, unless I missed it in the opening cutscene, it is basically the one location I had to look up because the rest of the areas are basically mentioned to you. However, knowing that we're already on the next episode,
we're all set to go to Mesa City.
Let's head to my birth state of Utah. It's not Provo or Salt Lake City, but somewhere.
It had been a while since I'd been back in the U.S. Next up, the notorious mugshot. Ruthless muscle of the fiendish five. What he lacked in brains, he definitely made up for in brawn. Turns out he wasn't always that way. He grew up as the run of the litter. A neighborhood weakling. The only friends he could turn to were usually found on the big screen. It was there that he spotted his first gangster, and he knew instantly that that's what he wanted to be. He spent the rest of his youth working real hard to get there, fueled on his dreams of great power and respect. With enough perspiration, he realized that dream. He'd become a hard-boiled, street-brawling, tough-as-nails gangster, ensuring that he'd never be kicked on or pushed around again. So he's holed up in Mesa City, huh? I've always wanted to go to that thriving American boom town.
So of course, now I didn't mention this last chapter, or episode, but you basically get, for most of the PS3 version, you actually get trophies for entering the next chapter. So, Mesa City is likely based off the White Mesa, in the southeast province of Utah. And you're gonna see why there's a lot of gambling themes in a state where gambling is banned. Makes sense. Makes sense that Hey,
Sly, I thought you said Mesa City was going to be loud and busy. This looks more like a ghost town.
Something's happened. Where is everyone?
I don't know, but it's starting to give me the creeps. What do you say we take off?
And miss all the fun? Besides, I want to try out that new move I got from Raleigh's section of the Thievius Raccoonus.
You mean the ninja spire jump?
Yeah, do me a favor and read me the instructions again.
To landeth safely upon diminutive points, leapeth lively and presseth the triggering device with the round geometrical object emblazoned upon it.
So jump and hit the circle button to land on narrow spots.
That's a rough translation.
Ryoichi is Japanese. Why are you speaking in Old English speak like it's Gareth Cooper? hate to get all corrective on you, Bentley, but I'm pretty sure it would be written in Japanese script and it would be translated into rough English instead of, ye old English. Anyway. You want ghost towns? Have you been to Idaho? Anyway. So, why do I know this? Why would I know a lot about, Utah and knowing that I was about to get so corrective on how there's no gambling in Utah? Guess who grew up in Utah? Guess who was born in Utah? The very person who's playing this right now. I'm not playing Sly 2. Anyway. Like, I keep forgetting, that's not the button I'm thinking of. Muscle memory. But yeah. This is likely based off the White Mesa, which is a southeast province of Utah, and next to a place known as the Four Corners, I believe? Which is where 4 states meet up, which is like Arizona, Utah, New Mexico, and I want to say Colorado? It's either Colorado or... It has to be Colorado. I'm gonna have future me correct me on this. But yeah. I believe, like, we don't have to worry about any sort of trophies in the intro area. You can indeed skip this part by simply double jumping and hook swinging. And I will say the dive technique's really good against these particular dogs. Why are there normal dogs and anthropomorphic dogs in the same universe? What is this, Disney? Anyway. Beware of the very club-wielding bulldogs that break through the corners. There are going to be a lot of canines that we're going to be smacking the daylights out of with our cane, which I am very sorry to do.
What's with those flashing lights?
The latest in high-tech security. Electronic floor sensors. Step on them and you're a goner.
Nice touch.
They're safe to walk on while flashing, but it also means they're about to switch to a different sector.
Anyway, which I'm sorry to do, like, which bleh. I'm sorry to have to smack the daylights out of dogs, anthropomorphic or not, considering that I myself am a Samoyed. And I've even created a bit of a Sona to match this game with my Samoyed. Hold on a moment. So yeah. You have these things that will swap sides, and when they start blinking fast enough, you want to change sides. Beware of these guys who will start swinging their ball and chain like a hammer, and try to swing it right at you. The range is deceptively large. Anyways, there is definitely one bottle you want to look out for, and it's rather sneaky. But of course, nothing more sneaky than the average Balatro player. Watch out, he's playing flushes. He's playing straights. He's playing flush houses. He's playing flush fives. Anyway. Just be on the lookout. Yep, there it is. You will definitely miss that one. I'm not kidding. If you're not looking closely, you will definitely miss that one. And boy, you're going to be reaching the vault and you're wondering where the heck is that last one. And this particular area, though, be careful with your dive technique. Dive is really good for taking care of those particular mooks. Charging mooks are practically best taken care of with a good dive. Like so. And up there is your vault. Try to get both of them, only to be given a good conk on the head. Oh, and of course, don't forget to break any vaults, any smaller vaults you see. You're probably thinking, how do I get up there? Yeah, it's very simple. It's just like, it looks out of range, but it really isn't. Of course, unfortunately, because we have elements of semi-randomness, elements of timing, elements of cycles and such, you have to worry about that with the thief sprints, and well, that can't be fun or something like that. Just remember, time your jumps well, and you'll be fine. Of course, we gotta take out the little card thrower, and there's not that many clues we need to break left. And I'm missing 5 clues. Oh boy, time to begin to trek back because I was vigilant to point out one clue that you'll miss, but not get the rest. There are probably 5 obvious ones that I missed. I was just so busy focusing on the rest of the level, and wow, I missed that? Ugh. Now, don't worry about trying to get all the bottles in one go. If you do miss some, you can just, I just realized that, hold on, I need to go back because, like, if you do miss some and you exit the level, those bottles will stay collected until you reload your save file and you didn't save. So you could just basically revisit a level and just try to search for those bottles you missed. And even then, there are not that many. There will not be a level where there are more than 40 bottles. The lowest you can ever get is 20. So, if you're worried about, like, gathering clues and such, don't be. Gathering clues in this game is very simple. I'd say gathering clues in Sly Cooper is probably the easiest thing in this game. I'll just say this right now, there will be a few stinkers that will just be so hidden that you're going to be backtracking a lot. So be vigilant and such. But I will be right back once I've found these missing 4 clues, because I had to have missed an area. Like, I literally had to have missed a yard that I had to jump in. Oof. Wow. I missed this one. I really missed this one, didn't I? The last 3 have to be in the group of 3, don't they? Good job, me. Yeah, I'm taking the fast way. Yeah, seriously, how did I miss these? How the heck did I miss that? I swear, I always have a hard time trying to get all of them in one go, because I feel like I know all of them, only to just miss like 1 or 2 that I should have known ahead of time. I'll see you at the vault. Alright. How do you get to the vault? Press circle on this little power pole. I don't know how Sly is not... Actually, no, he's not connecting one appendage to the other pole. Whatever.
A little bit of higher mathematics and voila! Dial in 314.
Man, someone must have thought of someone must have been hungry for some pie.
Outstanding! You've uncovered Rob McCooper's patented explosive hat technique. Use the triangle button to toss your cap. Then use the triangle button again to detonate it. Better back off to a safe distance first.
There is a trophy tied to that, tied to the hat mine. The hat mine isn't exactly what you call a useful ability. It can be rather powerful, but the problem is the range sucks. It's my least used ability right next to... It's probably one of my least used abilities right next to slow. Like, I only use, like, slow once, and it's usually if I really need to correct my jumps in one section. But the hat mine... If the range were much larger and the explosion didn't feel so, you know, whimpering, then I'm pretty sure it would be a really cool looking thing. I get wanting to be inconspicuous, but you know. So, of course, let us enter Mesa City proper. And then we even got to talk about why I know Utah the way it is. So, if you've grown up in Utah, you're probably not going to be used to the fact that you're going to see lots and lots of gambling stuff if you've ever traveled outside of it. First, let's let Bentley speak his mind for a bit. Or not. Anyway. Like, one of the things you're going to see, like...
Well, this mugshot certainly isn't shy. Okay, so we know he's here somewhere, but how are we supposed to find him? Mesa City is a big place.
Given that he's a bulldog, it seems only reasonable to assume that he'd choose to live in a giant fire hydrant.
That's some sound logic, Sly. Now you just need to find a way to break into the building's base.
Oh, I'm sure I'll think of something.
Anywho, basically, you're going to see, like, lottery numbers, winning rates, stuff like that. This is likely because where I'm from, Utah is a very religious state. It is like good job, I get hit, and that's the end of the message. Anywho, basically, like, while I'm not about to get into any sort of political stuff and such, I don't want to talk about that topic on this channel specifically. It's not exactly something fun to talk about, but basically, to bring up Utah's a very Mormon state, and there are a lot of things that I can also bring up my grievances with and such. It's a case of just you know, how misconstrued people can get about it, and attack when the ball and chain is at the ground. Anyway, it's a case where it's just like some people even use it the wrong way and such, forgetting that you know, the message of be a good person. But yeah, let's just say there were some things I had to unlearn in my life, not realizing the type of state I grew up in. And quite literally, it's just I'm trying to dance around the topic and such while not getting too into it, because it's just, you have to pick your words carefully before people drag your face through the pavement because you so much as word something wrong. And at the time I'm playing this, some things are a bit topical, which I won't touch upon. And it's just like I'll just leave it at that. Just be excellent to each other, folks. Anyway. Now, we're already at the 20-minute mark and such, and there are things we can do. There's at the dog track. Like, there's basically 2 missions that basically introduce us to Murray proper. It gives Murray some time to shine. But I'll say this right now. I seriously can't wait to talk about Murray and Sly 2. So, yeah. Now, I'd say, but basically, the one thing I was getting at is that gambling is illegal in Utah. It is considered sinful and such. So, I guess it makes sense that we're stopping an illegal gambling gambling operation in a state where you're not allowed to do that. Because last time I checked, this would not look out of place in Nevada. But then again, I've never been to Nevada. Someday, but that's probably for a trip for another time. I don't know when a time like that would come. So let's finally begin one of the levels, because we can just basically do do these two and then just wrap up the part like that. So of course, let's go into Murray's big gamble.
Murray is in position to make a run for this key.
Okay, so what do I do?
Provide some covering fire for him with that blasting station.
Sweet.
Use the left analog stick to aim and press the square button to fire.
I'll do my best.
Okay. To make your life easier for you, make a quick save. So of course, square the fire, and just be careful on where you fire. Make sure you are firing in the right place, and be aware that it can be easy to accidentally shoot Murray. How can you tell if you're not shooting Murray? Make sure that your reticle is not red. If your reticle is red, if your reticle is ever red, right. Oh, and be careful about that. The freaking toxic barrels are have some deviously huge range. You can't take out the one things beforehand. There we go. Sometimes aiming on this thing can be difficult. Ugh. Because, I'll just say this right now. I'm taking care of what things... Nope! Oh, dang it. The problem is that you can't really explode things ahead of time. You just have to let Murray run before you can even aim wherever you want. And it can be a bit of a stressful mission. And we're not even at the worst of it. Like, the worst of it comes with episode 5, Cold Heart of Hate. I know I'm spoiled the episode title and such, but oh, and be careful. Be careful about where you are when you want to shoot at the barrels, because if you shoot at the barrels to like in a precarious in a spot where Murray can be in, even if it's like somehow that's the other problem with this mission. Just trying to make sure you hit the enemy and Murray getting in the way. So, like a Let's Play from long ago said, Murray's on our side, Sly. Ugh. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of those barrels ahead of time. I really shouldn't be losing this many lives so early on. So yeah, Murray is rather timid in this game. Like, you can tell that he's not donned his amazing persona that the second game would bring. Oh, yep. Like, they will always be around corners and even in the dark. But there is no darkness session, but you get what I mean. So yeah. This is basically... Oh yeah, that is there to trip you up. Now, if you're playing the Vita version, use the D-pad. It's easier. Like, you can use the D-pad here, but in the Vita version with its, with how sensitive it is, there we go. Be careful of these Rottweilers. Like, always take out the Rottweilers and such. Oh, nuts. That one is rather sneaky. No, you don't. And we're not even at the one in China yet. That one always stresses me out. And again, and even then, the one in China is not even the hardest. It's the one in Russia, which is the last episode. So... So yeah, let's get the other, good job, me. You know, we're in the hub world, I can just rewind. I promise that was bad, that was bad, that's bad, that's bad. Nope. Guess we're not playing Ratchet and Clank, I'm just all sorts of flustered today. It's just so, like, you're just not used to certain things being, being the norm in other states and such. Other states, like, no joke. When I saw, my friends were surprised to see that I saw that marijuana was a normal thing in, California. Medicinal, hopefully. Or medicinal, I believe. Like, just, it's more so seeing the billboards and such. But of course, here's my least favorite thing about the first game.
Hurry, what's going on down there?
Well, I drove to this hot dog stand for a quick snack, and the next thing you know, I'm getting challenged to a race by these gangster dogs.
Is there a key in it for the winner?
Yeah, 3 times around the track for a key.
It's all you, man. Drive the van with the left analog stick. And if you manage to pick up any nitro power-ups, you can get a boost by pressing the square button. Go get them.
I'm on it.
Now, I believe that face on the hot dog stand is one of the developers. Already off to a bad start. So on top of the physics, this certainly is this is more of an RC racer than a proper racer and such. This is no kart racer by any means. I'll just say this right now. Your best way of winning this race is to make sure that you go on the inside. Most of these racers do not go on the inside and such. And whenever you gather any nitros, basically use them in straightaways. Using them in turns is kind of a bit of a disaster waiting to happen. And on top of that, the physics. Let's just say the physics can definitely mess you up, because the moment you start tumbling, well, that's just an open invitation for the other racers to not only catch up, but also pass you. I'm going to be real with you here. This will definitely be one of your roadblocks, especially if you're playing the Vita version. But it's not as bad as, say, it's not as bad as a roadblock as the Ace Bunyan missions in Ratchet & Clank Going Commando on the Vita version specifically. Oh, we'll get to that. I still need to get back to that version, and boy, am I going to have some choice words for it. You know, something is infamous when there are even people who have had to make strategies against it. And no, you can't use the hay bales as shortcuts. I've tried. You just go upwards instead of just going through them. As much as I wish this game basically reward a mindful eye and just let them use shortcuts and such, you're gonna be here for a bit unless you know the strategy of, hope you get a good line and make sure you take the inside, because most of these racers do not drive on the inside of turns, because with the inside of turns you can actually basically surpass other racers simply because you're taking a sharper turn than they would otherwise. And if in case you fail, restarting is very easy. You can just go to the pause menu and restart just like that. I won that? I won that? I was in second. I need to look that up on the replay. I need a replay on that. Oh. Seriously, that shouldn't have been first place. I was clearly in second. Oh well, I think that should cover it for one episode. If you want to donate, there are a couple links in the description below. Any amount helps. If you want to follow this Let's Play and any others like it, it's just a click of the subscribe button and the bell and you'll be on your way. I hope you're taking really good care of yourself, and I shall now bid you adieu.